Good morning. Today's Thursday, November 24th. I'm Tom Tracy, and this is your Daily S.O.A.P. Our scripture for today is 1 Peter 3:9. Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing, because to this you were called, so that you may inherit a blessing. The observation is, how do you repay? And the application, it's very easy to get into a war of words, especially online with all of the anonymity that it provides, and the fact that nobody can even see you or can get their hands on you. We have any number of people that are willing to throw insults around and say things that they shouldn't, and many of them are Christians. As Christians, many times we get baited into the same thing. We have somebody say something and we just can't resist the urge to respond ourselves. I've seen fellow believers tearing each other apart, both online and in person. The insults going back and forth like there's no tomorrow. They try their best to win an argument, and in the end, they both lose. I'd like to share a short story with you today that'll take this soap a little longer than many, but I think it's important to understand. See, I know of a man whose biological son, was murdered in cold blood. He wasn't just murdered, but he was shot by a man that was a friend that was living in his house with him, and a friend that had been treated like a son by my friend. Within several hours of the murder, there were men that were willing and able to take care of the situation for him. But my friend told them simply, no. I will let God have his vengeance. Instead, this man not only refused to allow this situation to be handled by these other men. As the story goes, at the end of the trial, he approached the man who had just murdered his son and told him that he forgives him. You see, we can't repay evil with evil or insult with insult. A godly man learns to repay evil with blessing. We need to do the same and watch what happens. I would love to say that something miraculous occurred and this man's son came back to life and everything was happy and fine, and it was not. This man suffered through the loss of a son, and he bore that pain. But he bore something else. He bore the freedom that comes in forgiveness. He bore the freedom that comes in returning a blessing for evil. This man had murdered his son, and yet my friend was enough of a godly man to forgive him. We may not see the blessing that we get immediately, but if you sincerely repay evil with good, you are promised to receive a blessing. The blessing that my friend got was not in the physical, but was in the spiritual and the emotional sense. Obey and believe the scriptures and watch your life transform. Repay evil with blessing and see what God blesses you with. Our prayer for today, Father, help us to be so full of your presence that when evil comes our way, we don't even think of revenge. We think of ways to pour out a blessing. I trust that the Lord has spoken to you through this message today. If so, hit like and share and send it to a friend. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you here again tomorrow. Have a great day.